Good morning. I normally don't talk on these flip throughs, but I thought today I would to tell you a little bit about what I have done on this junk journal. I made an Eiffel Tower with the modeling paste when we first started, just to practice and try it out. And I put it on cardstock, and I don't throw anything away, so I thought I'll use this on the front of my next junk journal. Tome, as Nick would call them. I didn't like the way the white looked against this fabric, which I got at Habitat for 50 cents. So I put a little artsy gold, rubbed it on it to make it look a little glitzy. And in my excitement to finish my book, I forgot to put the ties, the satin ribbon in it to tie it. So I thought, well, I'll use a headband. And I found this little pin that I had bought for sale on sale at Michael's. It looked real frou-frou, and I thought that fit with the London, not London, excuse me, Paris and France theme. So there you go. That's my tie for my book. I wanted to show you what I've got inside. Again, I probably will never sell anything on eBay. I'm just enjoying making the books as a pastime since I'm retired. Put cheesecloth on the front and just a little framelit that I had from something I bought on sale. I will point out that inside I had found some flashcards from a French class. There must have been 300 or 400 of them, it seems like, inside, but those worked well for tuck spots. I also found a French school book, so I used some of that and basically just had fun with it and wanted to share it with you and see what you guys thought. Anyway, let's see what we've got inside. Inside we have a pocket, and of course in this pocket I had a picture from the school book, a map of France. I thought that would be fitting to put in the front, or anything else the person should choose to do. Then I made this little flip up here, and here's some of the flashcards that were in the box that I found at Habitat as well. So those can go right in there with anything else that wants to be tucked in. A little blurb from the school book, and with some mail. This is from 1945. More from the school book. Again, you can put whatever, whoever could put whatever they want in here in those pockets, but just thought I would do something to fill it up. Ledger paper, and this is from one of the pages from the school book. And I think that's from 1932. Again, the pages are a little bit fragile, so I'd like to know how people keep the pages from tearing any worse than they already probably have to make it secure when you sew them in. Here is a poem by Victor Hugo from the school book. Here's another poem from the school book by Victor Hugo. Postcard. A little tuck spot. And then I took music. You may not can see it, but I just took and folded it and sewed it. Probably need to take some distress ink and make that a little more pronounced. Another letter here from, I don't know, it's very old because it's about to fall apart, so it's very old. Don't have the date on the postmark. Little booklet inside, should somebody want to put extra little things in here, hide them in there. Another postcard. This is from the school book, and it is familiar names of items in the dining room with a little French name on them. And I thought I'd put La Maison in here, which is one of the flip cards, meaning home. So there you go. That goes with that picture. Tuck spot here. It's a little digi-print I did on this little piece of paper. The kit that I used for most of the cardstock, or all of it, was from Graphic 45. the little Vespas. I put a couple of those in there. That reminds me of France, and I don't know whether it really is or not, but that's what it reminds me of. Here's an Eiffel Tower charm. Another little book. Little pen, closed pen with a little pearls on it and some lace. This is an old receipt from, I'm not sure when. It's very old. I would say probably 1919, somewhere in that vicinity, since that's what the majority of the pages were from the old box that I found. This is from a creperie here in Tennessee that we have, and I thought I would put the menu in and make it part of the book. And that's a just regular stamping lady. Tuck spot. Another postcard. Some of these postcards were personal, and I decided I would just copy them, photocopy them. This is a hang-down car tag that I had when I worked at Sephora. The sales reps gave them to us, and so I thought since it was had la la on the end, that it surely would go in ooh la la pocket here. A little button, little piece of piano, little piece of music. It's a picture from the school book. Another piece from the school book. And this is from the Seven Gypsies ledger paper pad that Nick had mentioned before. Found it at Hobby Lobby in case you're looking for it. The tuck spot. This big Vespa. I love those. I wouldn't dare ride one, but I'd like them. Eiffel Tower. I found a book at also at Habitat, and it was love letters, and inside were all these famous love letters from different poets and important people, and there were a few of those in there, so that's where that came from, was a little letter inside. I think there was from Victor Hugo to Juliet, one of his ladies. Found out as I was looking at a Vietnam movie this last week on PBS that France and Vietnam had connections, and I didn't know that they were involved in that country. So this was from that 1932 school book that I found, and talked about Indochina and distant colony in Indochina, and it mentions that country in the little article. Here's one of the letters. This is the one from Victor Hugo to Juliet that was in that book. There's a little tuck spot I made out of some music paper that I don't know how long this will last. It's an old piece of music. Another Vespa. Tuck spot. It's a card that I made, just kind of throwing stuff together on it to see how it would look, and journal on that. Lavender's you see lavender fields in France, so I thought that was fitting, and that came out of my yard, and I put it between two pieces of cellophane.